Hello, hello. Good evening, guys. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Well, welcome everybody to our live broadcast this evening. We are streaming to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. If you're joining us from either of those, leave a comment and introduce yourself. Let us know when your next Disney resort stay is. We'd love to hear where you're staying and when you're going because I will be jealous and definitely have a bit of FOMO. So go ahead and introduce yourself. We've done a few live broadcasts so far, so we'll wait for some of our Facebook group members and our audience to join and tune in. I'm joined by Jerry from DVC Store tonight. How's everything going in the Orlando area, Jerry?
It's good. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's April 4th and 50s in the morning, 70s in the afternoon. It's absolutely perfect. But yeah, doing really good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hosting this with us this evening. It's been a lot of fun. I'm joined by a special guest. My dad, Scott, is here tonight.
Hi, everybody.
We are not in Florida, but we are feeling the shades tonight, so it's all good.
Right. I brought my plaque along, my plaque that I got.
Oh, nice.
DVC Scott. It's one of the tiles from Disney. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Well, they did a special order. If you guys remember, when they removed all the bricks, they offered something for people who did have a brick to get like a printout like this, but I actually ordered this in the marketplace in Disney Springs. So
it was a gift from Lauren.
I was able to get this printed at Disney Springs. I don't think they offer this anymore. I'm not sure.
So it's a collection.
Very cool.
Maybe
was that 1994? So they
bidding.
started that in 94, right? That's when they started doing those commemorative, I don't know what they call them, the tiles. Well, not tile, bricks.
The bricks.
The commemorative bricks. So that was in 1994. When did you guys get yours? When did you buy it?
We didn't. This was just this isn't an actual one.
No,
it's too nice to be a
I see. So you could actually get an actual one. It was on Disney property, laid into the ground. And then I thought that was, since they've removed them, they are now saying, hey, we'll send you what you had as a commemorative one. Guess not.
Yes. So we're joined tonight by Dan and Maria as we are going to go over the final 4 DVC resorts. They're going to represent Beach Club and Copper Creek. Dan, do you want to introduce yourself and say hi?
What's up, everybody? I'm Dan, and I have a YouTube channel called Treasures Untold with my wife, Nicole. And we love Beach Club and Grand Floridian are our 2 favorite DVC resorts. So it was fun to see them go head to head last week. It was early on. Grand Floridian got knocked out, and that was kind of a shock. But
it was a shock.
I'm here for it.
All the talk on TV,
right?
Absolutely. So, hi Maria, how are you?
Hello, everyone. I am well, thank you.
Magical Maria.
Magical Maria. I do not have a YouTube channel or anything like that, but I love Disney. I've been going to Disney since I was a child, and I now have the honor of taking my children there. I made my husband a Disney adult, and we go every summer, and we're at Copper Creek, and we absolutely love Copper Creek and just the Wilderness Lodge in general. I actually stayed in, I believe it was 94 in July. And I believe it was open in May of 94. Wow. So it holds a very special place in my heart.
So Magical Maria rope dropped Wilderness Lodge, I suppose people say. I love it. So for anyone who's just joining us, again, we are hosting our live broadcast tonight to talk about the progress in our membership magic tournament. I know that is a mouthful. It looks like Alex is joining us. He said he just got back from Disney. He stayed in the Epcot Resort area, and he's already looking to book another trip. That's usually what happens. You go, and then you come back, and you're just ready to return.
You want more?
Yes. Don't you guys agree?
I live here, and I'm always like, all right, I'm going in 3 days, or I'm going in 2, like next weekend. Every single time I leave, I'm like, all right, I'm coming back. When am I coming back? It's just convincing the wife and my kids, but the kids are easy. My wife's a little harder.
Well, Jerry, you guys were having Dole Whip for breakfast a couple weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. I saw that in our Facebook group.
Yeah, I stayed at Poly for 2 nights. It was the beginning of spring break for my son, and it was awesome. Like again, waking up to a Dole Whip is probably the best way to wake up. And
Wow.
Jerry is Team Riviera tonight, so
Who's he going against me, right? Is it,
yes,
Yes,
Riviera
sir.
and Polynesian will be
he's
matching
trying
up
to
head
butter
to
me up.
head.
He's talking good about the Poly already.
Awesome. Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and kick things off? I'm going to pass the mic to Jerry to reintroduce DVC Store.
yeah, so our company, we've been around since 1994. The broker that I work for, he started a timeshare resale business in 1994, and then it developed into a Disney Vacation Club's exclusive resale company. And we've been doing it, specializing in helping members purchase, people who want to purchase, members who need to sell, or if you need to rent. So if you ever want to, call us or ask questions about the Disney Vacation Club, we have a great staff. If you call, you'll always speak to a person, and happy to assist you with any questions anytime. But we've closed over, there's over 35,000 closed transactions. We've 70,000 clients been working with us throughout that time. So happy to assist you. Our team, the shortest term person in our staff has worked at Timeshare Store. I think he's on his 16th year. Everybody else is 17, 20 years, 22 years, 24 years. I mean, everybody's been there a very long time. So anyway, if you ever need help with any questions or renting, purchasing, selling, we're happy to help you.
All right. Thanks, Jerry. And some of these photos here are some of the awesome team members that Jerry's referring to, some of which have joined us for some live broadcasts in the past. So everybody at the team, like he said, is amazing and willing to help with any DVC questions you have. All right. So what do you say we kick things off and we look at this crazy bracket? I mean,
boy.
I don't even know what to say. Some of the upsets that happened and the tallies that came in. Okay, so this is our membership madness bracket. For anyone who's not seen it yet, yeah, take those shades off for this.
I'm back in New Jersey.
Yeah. So the final 4 resorts that we have are Polynesian, Copper Creek, Beach Club, and Riviera. Polynesian and Boardwalk, it was 138 to 73 in the last round,
Wow.
which I was a bit surprised by that. And these numbers are pulled both from our Facebook group polls as well as our Instagram story polls. Jerry, what did you think about this matchup and how
I'll be honest, I thought it was a bit of a runaway on the Poly side. Now, granted, I'm a huge Polynesian fan. That is, probably one of my, if not favorite resorts. I absolutely love Poly. I stay there as often as I can. I'm super excited about the new tower that's coming in. So all of it, yes, for me is Poly all the way. I own Boardwalk. I don't even own Poly. I own Boardwalk, and I love the Boardwalk. So I was surprised to see that it's almost 2-1 on the tally. 138 to 173, or sorry, 73. But that was a runaway. Poly killed it, and I'm a little bit surprised. I would have thought it'd be like 110 to 140 or whatever, but not almost double.
I agree. I thought that Boardwalk would have.
Yeah, the Boardwalk's in such a convenient spot to walk right or left and get over to Epcot, and so many amenities there. And that's my home base. One of my home bases is Boardwalk. So, but like you said, surprising upset there. And the Grand Floridian was the biggest one.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Grand Floridian versus Beach Club. It was 118 to 107. I mean, that is just insane. I was
that's
sweating.
super close. Yeah, that's about as close as it gets.
It was tied at one point. I mean, and then people realized about the sand at the bottom of the pool at the Beach Club and said, enough with Grand Floridian. It's the pool. That pool is. Has everybody on the screen been to that pool, or right? I mean,
so Dan has had
Didn't
you get a cabana at one time or a couple times?
Twice.
at the Beach Club.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome! Wow.
And you know what? The cabanas are the best at Beach Club.
I'd rather meet you there than June 1st in New Jersey. There's the invite, Dan. Come on.
So give me some more details. So you've got this beautiful sandy beach and like it's lazy rivers and whatever. But what's in the cabana that we need to know about?
Oh, the cabana. Okay, so you get a mini fridge stocked with sodas and snacks like fruit and everything. You get a TV. I think it can hold 6 people, but I think that's standard with the other ones across the property. I've only stayed in one other one. That was Grand Floridian, and it was like a storm that day, and all our stuff got blown all over the pool patio.
no.
And
You're not safe from the Spanish.
Yeah, we just like raided our fridge and left and took our snacks.
Oh man.
Yeah, but the beach club, I think the way they're arranged, like not in a line like Grand Floridian, but they're kind of staggered. It's got its own little nook.
I can visualize where they are at the Grand Floridian, and that's definitely a huge
Right under the
perk to
monorail.
enjoying it. Yeah,
Right under the monorail.
it's over at the Future Pool.
Yeah, the monorail goes right by. Yep.
Yeah, well.
Well, let's keep working through the bracket
Okay.
before
All right.
we
we lose track.
show
Yeah.
our favoritism here.
Yeah.
So Bay Lake and Copper Creek. I said this earlier. If Bay Lake was recently refurbed, I think that it would have had a better fighting chance. What do you guys think about that?
I totally agree. I think Bay Lake for location is superb. It's probably the best location you can have. I mean, arguable beach club boardwalk, but you walking distance to Magic Kingdom, and at the end of the night when you're exhausted and everybody's trying to get on transportation, and you could just walk back to your resort. That is so valuable, so great. But yeah, the rooms are a little bit stale, a little bit. Even though it's contemporary, it's still like they need a little extra. They need something to bring it up a notch. Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to staying there whenever that refurb might be. But Copper Creek, totally decimated Bay Lake Tower.
Did their thing.
Yeah, 144 to 68 there. And Riviera to Kidani, Riviera was 112 to 99.
Did the Bay Lake get the least amount of votes out of the 4? 64? I mean, was that
Yes,
the lowest? Wow.
yes.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
And they got that awesome bar upstairs, right?
I
Is
do.
that- Is that
At which resort?
Bay Lake?
Top of the
Oh, yeah.
World Lounge.
Top of the World
Yes.
Lounge. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I actually just got to go there last month. Anytime I stay at Bay Lake, it's not. I'm always excited for it, probably because it's kind of down our list on our favorite resorts. So we don't find ourselves there very often. But location, lounges, and restaurants you have access to at the Contemporary. It's definitely a good time when we stay there. We take advantage of all those things. And then obviously the walk to Magic Kingdom, especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
And Steakhouse 71, like it's a sleeper. That's a really good restaurant where a lot of
Yes.
people don't realize
Top five.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Maria, we actually ate there together when it was the Wave, if you remember downstairs.
I remember it
Steakhouse
was really very
71
nice.
is gorgeous.
It was so nice when we went. It was really an enjoyable time.
The food's good. They redid it. I haven't been there. I'm coming back in July.
I haven't been there either.
Oh, okay.
Not
Yes,
since
it's a
we've
new
been.
menu.
Yeah.
It's a new menu, and it's a great spot if you just want to get a drink and maybe an appetizer or two, and you don't feel like having a whole huge meal. It's a great spot. So
Maybe
Anyway,
nice
all
for the summer.
yes,
Well,
And very cool to sit at
the mural on the wall.
sit at the bar and eat too.
I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm sitting at the bar. They have a bar menu, which you can get access to a good amount of their stuff, like the bacon and eggs, the burgers and such.
Yes, the onion rings are really good too.
Onion rings.
So, all right, I think we can shift into our next part of our broadcast tonight. But before we do that, I want to bring a couple comments up on the screen. John, he says, "Hey guys, so excuse me, so pumped you're doing another one of these." Thank you, John. Let us know your thoughts on this bracket and this tournament. How do you think the Final Four is going to progress? Leave us a comment. And did you vote? Yeah, I'm
Did
sure
you vote?
John voted.
Okay.
John's awesome in our group.
All right.
John, what's up, man?
Hey, John.
Hi, John.
I-
John.
Just to throw a monkey wrench into the brackets, I do think if we jumble the resorts again, we'd probably come up with totally different results. But I do think the top ones have shown their faces on this current bracket for sure. One where we're at, I do believe, are the top four. But if we
I
jumble it
thought the
around,
same thing.
it might change.
Yeah. And that was the struggle, Jerry, when we were assembling this bracket. You know, we tried to put like the 1 and 2 seed at what we thought was the general public thought was the 1 and 2 seed. But I would be interested, like you said, in seeing just a totally random bracket and how that would pan out.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to give a shout out to Old Key West for starting all this, right? I said that in my video.
Yeah,
the OG.
I like that video.
The OG. Cannot forget them in the big bucket by the pool, right? I mean, they're the ones that started it all, and I've stayed there. So props to them.
Yes, moment of silence for
Moment of silence for Key West.
I noticed too that you did put like rivals on each side to hope to get them to face off in the finals. But I also thought it was funny to have I love Hilton Head. I've been there a couple of times, but Grand Floridian versus Hilton Head is like putting LeFou against Gaston in a boxing match. You know, like
that's a funny analogy.
But it's apples and oranges too, though, because I know Jerry loves Hilton Head too.
Yeah, Hilton Head's great.
But it didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
I almost felt unfair voting because I've never been to Hilton Head. I've never been to Vero Beach, and we excluded Aulani.
Had to, because
honorable mention for Aulani. I want to pause there because Aulani's in a bracket of its own. We could not have prepared, and for the sake of it being 16, Aulani would have made it 17. We couldn't have done this if we wanted them to participate. So
need 16.
Yes. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. Keep commenting and letting us know what your thoughts are on this tournament. If you have any questions, as you see on the bottom here, our next voting period will be Sunday at noon on our Instagram stories and in our private Facebook group, 12 o'clock Eastern time. And the voting will be live for 24 hours.
So who's everyone voting for?
I got my Trader Sam's shirt on tonight. Yes, I got my Trader Sam shirt on tonight. So we're each going to be on a different team and represent different resorts. So we are Team Polynesian tonight. You don't have any merchandise, but
no, I have
we have a little artwork here.
I have something. So I gotta run and get it.
Yes.
Yeah, carry up.
Can I run off camera for a second?
Yeah,
totally.
Get your merch.
I love the vintage picture up there. Is that a family photo, or did you find that somewhere? Like that's a classic right there.
Where's he looking at?
He's looking on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Sorry, Jerry. I got a little confused there.
That looks like 1970s, mid 70s, early 70s. I mean, that's right. Or am I off on that?
My brother. That's me and my older brother. I'm in the background. He's on the chair.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was the wave pool era, and swimming in that lake there, and nothing but freedom and magical. That was a magical time with an exclamation point. But
tickets were $3 to get $3.50 to get into the parks, right? Something crazy, some cheap number.
Yeah. When you got that Space Mountain ticket, it was the e-ticket, and you were excited. It was like 2 in the book, and you didn't want to use it up, and there was no Genie Plus.
Oh, the good old days. The golden era.
Yeah, we make the most of what we have now. That's chapters closed.
Yeah. Something that Tiki Man pointed out, if you guys are familiar with I think his first name is Steve. So Steve as Tiki Man. Oh, I see your Trader Sam's, the Black Pearl.
That's the Black Pearl.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome.
The
I gotta get
elusive, hard to get Black Pearl. Nice one.
Matches my clothes.
Yes. So Tiki Man had actually pointed out, because he's like a subject matter expert on all things poly, that structure in the back of that photo was the luau stage. And it was only for a very brief period of time that the luau was on the beach. I don't know if you remember that, but very interesting history of how that resort in particular has changed over time.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that we're here on this slide, vintage pictures, current pictures, all that good stuff. Why should Polynesian go all the way? What are your top 3 reasons? And think of it this way. If you had to stay at this resort for 3 nights, 2 or 3 nights, and you can't leave, why are you picking Polynesian?
3 nights is
you're locked in.
You're locked in.
You're locked
right?
in.
Man. Well, that's why I picked them to go all the way, and that's on that video I did last weekend about how I felt they're still going to be there in the end, and I'm afraid of the the beach club. I think it's going to be those two up against each other. That's my prediction. I think we're going to do another live thing. We're going to
maybe we'll do another reel. Yes,
right before or after the voting closes, or whatever. The landscape for me, because I have two green thumbs, and having a coffee in the morning and walking along those elephant palms and all the beautiful lush stuff. And I know they put a lot of new stuff in there. But one of the things about the Polynesian, I was telling Lauren, and I think I briefed Jerry on it, is that it's like buying tickets to a show in New York City and you get the orchestra seats. There's no better location. It's center stage. It's the 50-yard line to location wise, you know, it's dead center. It's right down the middle of the hockey line, sitting behind home plate, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the new building that's coming, I'm excited to get myself over there to see what it looks like. It's going to be awesome, you know. I'm excited about it. I'm not down on it. Disney will do a good job when it's all said and done. I trust them.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary of the top three being, you know, the foliage. And to stick with my analogy of, you know, you're there and you can't leave, but the proximity of just being on Seven Seas Lagoon and like that environment there, like you said, being in that orchestra seating. And then the third point really being they're continuing to invest in the property. I'd love to see a new dining location in this new tower.
And of course, you know, I'm gonna add, it couldn't be only three. You can't hold it only three.
Well,
right? The monorail.
We could go all night.
We could, but we're gonna keep it short so everybody else can go. But the monorail, getting coffee and getting on the monorail.
You feel like you're somewhere else.
Lauren, you might have froze on that comment. So, you know, adding to what you're saying, I mean, that Poly Tower that's coming, that is going to add more dining options. It's going to have more merchandise for people to bring home with them. There looks like there's going to be like a lounge or some type of observation deck on the top floor that you can overlook and watch the fireworks. More pools, more places to lounge and relax, more tiki torches, more music, more everything. Like, it's going to be amazing.
Me and Jerry were
I'm not
talking
on Team Poly. Hold on. I'm not on Team Poly. Sorry.
Well, listen, in the end, they're going to be there, and we'll come back probably, and you know, we'll have a little crown on, and we'll do our thing. But you know, sorry, Maria, sorry, Dan, sorry, Jerry. Before it happens, I'm sorry. Before it happens, guys.
Before it happens.
Before it happens, it's your turn.
I love it.
I love it.
Okay,
Nice.
so now we're gonna pass it off to Maria, who is Team Copper Creek. We have some awesome photos here of little Miss Bella B, Miss Disney Vacation Club, family hanging out in the lobby, the beautiful, I think that was a 1-bedroom villa photo, Jerry, that you took. So Maria, tell us, why are you Team Copper Creek?
I can go on, but I want to start with the atmosphere. When you walk into the lobby, I just feel like you're in awe, especially if you've seen it for the first time, or like myself, been there multiple times. You still walk in and you're sort of like, your breath is slightly taken away. The atmosphere of the hotel is just beautiful, starting with, you know, the creek, the geyser. You know, it just really showcases the beauty of the wilderness. And I just feel like the amenities, you have 2 pools there that you can utilize if you're DVC. I believe it's the Copper Creek Springs pool. Am I correct? And I believe the Boulder Ridge Cove pool. So just for those reasons alone, I think number one, that's to start off with. Geyser Point is like a little hidden gem.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. You've got like bison burger.
Oh, you're killing me now. And the pool table. They got the pool table.
I was getting there. And, you know, you've got some good drinks, some good apps. You've got the pool table.
You're selling me, Maria.
Okay. See, guys, you got the pool table. You're overlooking the beautiful lagoon. I mean, and not only if you're hanging out there in the evening, guys, the water pageant. It's a really, really cool place to kind of sit back and watch that.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2. And my number 3 is, you're in close proximity to Magic Kingdom. And for us, for my family, that's a big thing. It's one of our favorites. So we do like that. And you have either the bus or we call it the water taxi. And we love it. It's never busy. If you leave Magic Kingdom at 8 o'clock or if you leave Magic Kingdom at midnight, it's always just quick. You jump on and you're back to the resort. And especially if you have young children, which we did, we, utilized that every summer. And, just to sort of get on that, vessel and just, be able to sit down and get back to your resort so quickly is key for us. So I think those are my three men. I can go on and on if you'd like me to, but those are my three.
Those are great points.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You'll need it.
Thank you.
I will, adding to the Copper Creek or just the Wilderness Lodge in general, it is breathtaking. Somebody in the comments mentioned that it's almost like a religious experience when you walk in because it's unexpected. It's almost like you get transported instantly into the Pacific Northwest, and it's just absolutely amazing. But what really actually blows my mind about Wilderness Lodge, Copper Creek, or Boulder Ridge is you just look around and this is like Disney magic. You're like, how did they do this? Like all that wood and all those joints and everything that's perfectly and that huge space, and how does it not collapse? And it's like, it's totally magic. And you walk down like the hallways to get to your room or whatever, and it's just like the construction cost and like it's just mind-blowing how detailed everything is, and they didn't miss a beat at all. It is such a great resort. So totally.
And if I may, the music when you enter, sure they all have music piped in, but not too long ago I was listening to Wilderness Lodge music while I was at work at my desk during my prep. And I went home and I was like, let me listen to it again. My 12-year-old walked by and he goes, is that what they play when you walk into the Wilderness Lodge? And I was like, it is. And I was like really surprised. He's like, yeah, they always have music like that playing when you enter. So it's the little things too that sort of settle and make it such a great experience over there.
Yeah.
Agreed. And Maria, when we were there this summer, there's like an hour and a half to almost 2 hour walking tour of the resort. This is, I think, the gentleman said that is like the only remaining resort tour. There used to be one at Beach Club, Dan. I don't know if it still goes on. You can go on DVC Store's Instagram to watch a recap of that tour experience. This gentleman was so knowledgeable. Jerry, you would love it. I'm not sure if you've done it before, but he talks about the fireplace in the lobby, how it mirrors the strata, the layers of the strata and the Grand Canyon. It's unbelievable. I mean, I know we're supposed to be partial tonight to our teams, but it is a good experience. That's what John said. It's
Imagineering to its finest. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah. Again, the attention to detail, like every little knob and every little light fixture and every little everything you're looking at, you're like, where do they get this? Like, do they make it? Like, where do they find this to create this gigantic resort to make all this detail so perfect? Yeah.
The paw prints on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, there's little tiny.
The buffalo topiary.
I couldn't find
the buffalo
topiary.
Topiary. They carved.
I don't think it's there anymore.
It's not.
Jerry, you're gonna have to go fact check this weekend.
I'll go check it out.
When we were there in July, I didn't see it. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. But
nice job,
Maria. You made your case.
I'm sure all of us have some love for each other's resorts on some level.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that bison burger is enough to get the win category. Yeah.
I agree with you, Dan.
And the spicy edamame.
Oh man.
Okay, I think we're ready to pass it off to Dan. Team Beach Club. Yes, the floor is yours.
Beach Club.
Why are you Team Beach Club?
The only reason because there's an Ariel statue right in front. I don't know if you can see this because of the glare. We got Jody Benson autograph this for us. But you know how there's a Little Mermaid statue right in front.
Yes, I included that. Yeah.
Yes.
I included that shot there.
So what Jerry was saying before, the location drew us into Beach Club. We had not stayed there when we bought our first contract, which was resale through DVC Store, of course. We had stayed at Yacht Club and just were completely in love with that area and being able to walk into World Showcase, into Epcot. I'm sure that's the biggest selling point for many people. Stormalong Bay is arguably the best pool on property. I know maybe you guys would debate me on that. You got the big water slide from the pirate ship going over the walkway. The cabanas we think are the best out of the 3 resorts. Jerry, am I right about that? Cabanas are at Beach Club, Grand Floridian, Contemporary.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Yep. But yeah, those are our favorite cabanas. We love staying at the 1 bedroom at Beach Club. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the restaurants on property are kind of mixed. I love them, but think about the access that you have. You have Boardwalk across the way. Even if you're not staying there, you can go across and eat at those restaurants too. And again, the entrance into Epcot, and you have restaurants 10 minutes away from you.
Yeah.
So I think I covered the best points.
Hey, Dan, is Ale and Compass at Beach Club or Yacht Club? I always forget.
Ooh.
I think it's in the middle.
Yacht...
Like I think it's Yacht Club, but it's kind of like sandwiched right in the middle. It's like right in the middle. Sorry, Dan. Do you know the answer? I think it's considered.
I don't want to say the wrong thing and then look silly.
Maybe someone in the comments.
I want to say Yacht Club.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about that? Don't they the hosts, they wear the outfits with the hats still, right? Don't they like the uniforms, or no? They used to have.
I think I've seen a cast member wearing
a cast member like used to wear a captain's hat, and they used to have like the little admiral things on. I used to that was cute and very interesting.
They have like the greeter at the when you walk into the lobby. They have a greeter at the front. Grand Floridian has that as well. So yeah,
right,
yeah, which is nice. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So John confirmed it's in the Yacht Club lobby, but it's just a 3-minute walk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the lounge at Ale and Compass. I think it's a nice place to get a drink, maybe a couple appetizers. Dan, you have a common theme here that you and Nicole love the cabanas. I love that you're pool people and you know how to do it in style. Now I'm tempted
we're gonna do that.
Do a cabana.
It must be in style. It must.
Do you have to be a guest to get the cabana there?
Yeah, so you have to get you have to be a guest to get the cabana and to be a guest in someone else's cabana.
Oh wow.
So we actually, the first year we had a cabana, I actually ran into a friend randomly at Disney World that I hadn't seen in 10 years. And he was staying at Beach Club, so I was able to have him and his wife and 2 kids come join us in our cabana, and that was pretty fun.
They're tough at the pool. They don't let anybody on the outside come in. You got to be staying there. It's tough.
Yeah. No, and I respect that. I'm not trying to buck the system, but when it comes to renting a cabana, whether it's at Contemporary, for those who maybe are just tuning in, I think it's 4 resorts, Dan, that you said: Contemporary, Beach Club,
and Grand Floridian. 3 resorts.
I think it's 3.
3 of them.
Polynesian, they used to offer a cabana.
You can rent the little. It's not a cabana, and you don't get
like
real
a
service. Yes, exactly. Yep.
Something smaller. If you guys have ever stayed in a cabana, let us know. Join our Facebook group and share some pictures. We'd be interested to see. That's a great tip, and maybe it'll sway someone to stay at Beach Club and vote Beach Club.
Last question about the cabana, Dan. Did they have any fan inside the cabana with the hot humidity in July? And is there any?
No, that's a good question. I think we meant to make a video on one. We just felt like we didn't get enough, and we never did. But I think there's a fan in there.
Nice.
I want to say there is. I mean, it's great.
Old footage.
Yeah, I gotta look back and get back to you on that. But I think I want to say the price, unless it went up, is under $300 for the whole day. I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable for what you're getting.
Yeah.
And Dan, when I stayed at the Beach Club, I've always tried to get a cabana, but they're never available. So what's the tip on how to get one? Like, do you need to book it, 60 days in advance?
60 days out. Yeah.
60 days out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Nice.
And I think the one time we went there was one left, but I want to say that's kind of rare.
Wow.
Yeah. It didn't get booked up. It wasn't occupied. But that was nice. It made it a little quiet for us.
Well, between the cabanas, the actual pool itself, and the dining and the rooms, I know you said you like to stay in a 1-bedroom. I think Dan also made his case for Team Beach Club. We have a couple comments coming in about Beach Club that I'll bring up to the screen. pirate ship forever. We have some fans of the
Great
slide.
pirate ship.
John said he'll be there in 35 days. He
Wow.
loves the location and the vibe. And
nice.
likes to do the pool. He likes Sail and Compass too.
Lucky.
Yes. And Melissa says Beach Club is nice and the pool attendants are very strict. It's not very magical.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, that's my wife making that comment. And
Oh no.
and we invited, so we had some friends on the outside. Well, I'll tell you why. So we had some friends come visit. It was Melissa's birthday, my wife's birthday, and we had some friends come visit for her birthday, and they wouldn't let them in because they weren't staying there. So I pleaded the case. I was like, it's her birthday. We're just hanging out by the pool. They're like, nope. So yeah, that's probably why she feels that way.
Do we mention what to do in that scenario or no?
I mean, there's loopholes, there's ways around it, but to keep it simple, no, you can't bring outsiders in.
Well, sure. Unless, we have Jerry and Melissa and the kids all staying in our studio.
Right. Right.
Awesome.
So.
All right. Last but not least, we have Team Riviera, the matchup between Riviera and Beach Club.
Jerry's digging into his bag. There he goes. He's got something. I gotta get off. Hold on, Jerry.
I had a little party horn that went. Yeah, I mean, Riviera is absolutely beautiful as far as the rooms. I really do like the Riviera. There are certain things I won't comment that kind of bug me, but aside from those minor things, the rooms at Riviera are probably some of, if not the best looking rooms on property. Again, it's always debatable. Everybody's got their own taste, but they're just so classy. They're just so clean. The artwork is spectacular. And that's one selling point for Riviera, which I wish the other resorts would do, is artwork. You can buy the artwork off the wall, so to speak. You can go down and get the same print and put it in whatever frame you'd like at the Riviera. If they did that at Poly, if they did that at whatever your favorite resort is, I think they would have a great souvenir for families to take home and look at that picture and go, I need to go back. That's where I want to be. So anyway, the Riviera the rooms, in my opinion, are spectacular. I think if I'm comparing Beach Club to Riviera rooms, I would take Riviera room over Beach Club room any day of the week. I just think it's just classy, elegant, sophisticated, it's rich, all those adjectives. So that's one selling point for Riviera. The unique transportation, again, this could be a debatable topic. Some people are not fans of the Skyliner, but the Skyliner is a great alternative to taking a bus or a boat or monorail or whatever. So, yes, it can make some people a little nauseous, but it is cool. You're kind of above everything. You're floating above traffic. You kind of get an aerial view of what's around you. Depending on the time, you get a beautiful sunrise or sunset. So I think that transportation is kind of a cool little token in the back pocket of Riviera. It's got a unique transportation option. Dining is another thing. They've got Topolino's, which offers a character breakfast, which is great. They've got a wonderful evening dinner. Obviously, it's I believe a signature restaurant. You've got a wonderful view from up there, so you can watch fireworks at multiple parks. The bar, little lounge. It's a small lounge, but excellent drinks if you just want a cocktail and watch the sunrise or sunset. Excuse me. So that's one restaurant, Topolino's. You've got Bar Riva, so some quick little eats, but good food, and also offers a lot of cocktails and adult beverages. And then if you're into like the sweets, you've got Le Petit Cafe. So it has the French croissants and delicious treats. So Riviera's got a lot going on. I'm not the resort lobby is a little underwhelming, but the property is nice. So I like Riviera. I think it's a beautiful resort. If I was to stay there for 3 days, my robot's talking. For 3 days, I think I could find plenty to do to enjoy the property. I think it's just a really nice place to relax, and they've got multiple pools, a great place for kids to play in the kids pool area. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a great resort. Going against Beach Club, it's going to be tough, but I think it holds its own.
Yeah. Riviera is just swanky. It's just cool. It's classy, and near that little coffee shop upstairs, Jerry, the library area. If you live nearby, you're traveling, and you have to work and do something on your laptop. That's a great quiet spot to hang out or just have your coffee and relax. So
when I went to the Riviera, the thing I noticed the most after eating the best breakfast I've ever had in Disney World, Walt Disney World, was Topolino's. So that's another stuff. The tile on the roof, the orange, the blue, the courtyard where they were playing all kinds of games out in the courtyard, the view from up above, the tile on the roof, the Spanish tile, I guess it is, or French tile.
The
mosaics. I thought that was just popping and gorgeous for the Riviera. And Topolino's was outstanding.
Yeah. And they have a standard view there, which actually overlooks Epcot. So it's weird because their preferred view overlooks a lake and the pool, and you can kind of see Caribbean Beach, but the other side is the standard, and the standard view has the Epcot view. So, that's an interesting, you get good views out of either side of the building, so that's nice, depending on where you are.
That was where we stayed in February, the standard view, and we were able to see Spaceship Earth, and we loved that. Was awesome. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like too much of a standard view to me.
Right? It's a theme park view.
Yeah. Some of the photos you put here, Jerry, were the 3-bedroom. Do you want to touch on the 3-bedroom experience?
The 3-bedroom is redonkulous. It's just silly. It's super spacious. The kitchen is, spectacular. We made this gourmet breakfast the morning after we woke up, and plenty of room for 7 people to run around in the kitchen and just work together. And I will say that that's not what we did. We had one person cooking, but plenty of room for everyone to move around. It's the bedrooms. Each room is again luxurious. You've got beautiful bathrooms with the tile work. There's no pictures of the bathrooms here, but the bathrooms, the marble in the bathrooms, and just the design and style, the cleanliness. It is rich. It's like a millionaire's bathroom. It's beautiful, and I would love to stay in the Riviera 3-bedroom every time I go to Disney. But it's expensive. They start at 107 points per night. They go up to 180 or something. So I wish I had enough points for that. But once in a while, it's a treat.
Awesome. And I know, Jerry, you have photos of that millionaire's bathroom. So we're going to get those up in our Facebook group. So for anyone who's wondering and wants to see how gorgeous it is, we'll get those up in the group.
Yeah, not to go back to Polly, but I forgot about the bungalows on the water. But
there's no what's that called?
Closeout?
Yeah, there's no
Right, listen, I brought it up because you mentioned the amount of points it takes, and the bungalow is the highest one on property, I think. One day, maybe this July, maybe I'll sneak in for a night.
It's a killer. My wife and I have discussed going and staying in the Poly for a night or two, just for like a special event, have some friends and just do like a birthday party or anniversary or something special. But the cost in points, it's 146 points a night or something absurd. That's like 2 nights, and you have
the Poly bungalow.
Poly bungalow. It's just so expensive.
Yeah.
I wish they would reallocate. Maybe, I doubt they'll do it, but if they did, maybe that would make it more appealing. But it's so expensive.
Do it in January.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe January.
All right. So with all of that being said, we all worked through our top 3 or so points on our different teams. We want to hear from you. Who do you think is going to take it all? Like I said, think of it this way. You're stuck at that resort for 3 nights. Where are you going to enjoy yourself the most? Which is the best Disney Vacation Club offering? So let us know in the comments, and make sure that you tune in to our private Facebook group, like I said, and our public Instagram stories. You can vote as well. That'll be at noon this upcoming Sunday. That'll be the voting for the final 4. So we want to hear from you.
And then it'll be down to 2.
And then it'll be down to 2.
And that's it.
And the next week we'll have the final 2. So I'm really excited. What do you guys think? Are we
doing predictions?
Yeah. What are your predictions?
So it's Beach Club, Poly, and Riviera and Copper Creek. Those are the final 4.
Yes, I'm going to toggle back to the bracket. Give me 1 second here.
Here we go.
Okay. I think, in my opinion, it's going to be a close one. I do think Beach Club's going to take down Riviera, and Poly's going to take down Copper Creek. So I'm going to go Beach Club Poly in the top 2. Poly's going to win it all.
Wow.
I agree with that completely.
Maria, what do you think?
I agree. Even though in my heart, Copper Creek is number 1, but I've heard many, many good things about Poly. So I have a feeling
there's just too many fighters for the Poly. I mean, it's not fair. It's been there since 1971, so it had more time to capture the hearts of people on a brick, so it's not fair.
My kids visited one time last summer just for a few hours. And when they left, all they could talk about was wanting to go back there and stay. So they're, so I can see it. I can see why people are enamored.
Did all 3 pick the Poly for the final? All 3 of our guests tonight picked the Poly for the.
I don't know. Did you guys made a bracket? Was that your pick?
No, just now. All 3 said the Poly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to have to go against you because I'm a very statistical guy. Probability I studied in college. So now I got to get off the Poly. Even though I voted for them, it's in my heart. I'm sure that's going to happen. But the upset's going to come. That sand pool is going to take everybody's going to be the winner in the end. And then we got to come to the cabana and celebrate. But that's going to be the winner. I think it's going to sneak in. I can't change my vote. I voted for Poly, but Beach Club is going to win it all. That pool's just too magnificent, and people they love it.
Yeah,
they love it because it's about kids. It's kids driven, And unfortunately, I think they got all the players to take it all and take down the net, as we say in the basketball.
So,
go ahead,
Dan. Go ahead.
Well, that's a good point too. It being kid driven. On one side, it is kid driven because of that pool, but I also think the walk into Epcot is the couples drinking around the world, and but also I was going to say Old Key West is the OG DVC resort, but Poly's one of the OG resorts, period.
In general, yeah.
It is
with contemporary, right? So
I think I said this to Lauren. I don't know. I said this to somebody recently, but I was like, what's your favorite resort? It's the last resort I stayed at. That's my favorite resort. Because every time I leave, I'm always like, man, that place was great. I loved it. Like, I'm all hot on Boulder Ridge because I just stayed there. And I'm like, this place was amazing. So they're all good,
I love that.
That was a great quote.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So as we end on that beautiful note, that quote by Jerry, that's the new store tagline. I'm going to bring a couple comments up to the screen really quick. John wants to see a bocce match. Dan and Jerry versus Lauren and Scott at Riviera.
That would be awesome.
Like a bocce court, yes.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Alex says Topolino's is unmatched, fantastic. He enjoyed Primo Piatto over at Riviera, great quick service option. John also said the Bar Riva Chipotle wings are the best on property. Good tip.
Good tip.
Bar Riva's great.
Yeah, Bar Riva is good.
Let me just throw that in. Yeah.
Alex thinks Poly and Beach Club will be in the finals with Poly taking it all. And as Melissa said, Trader Sam's too. Shout out to Trader Sam's. That's just an awesome experience. So
yeah.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who's voted so far. You can keep connected with us in our private Facebook group, Disney Vacation Club membership, magic, and more. You can connect with us there. If you have any direct questions for Jerry or his team, you can take a screenshot here, or this recording will be live for the team's phone number and email. But yeah, don't forget to vote. Jerry, any last parting words as we wrap up?
I mean, thank you all for joining us, and it's definitely fun. This was a great idea, especially for March Madness and college football going on. This was kind of a great little matchup. So thank you all for voting. Thank you all for participating. It was awesome. It's a lot of fun.
And thank you, Maria and Dan, for being here and being the representatives for Copper Creek and Beach Club. We appreciate it.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to your home resort.
The best resort win.
Yes, may the best resort win.
That's right.
Remember that bison burger. Prior to voting, just remember.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, have a great night, everybody.
Good
Thank
shot,
you so
Maria.
much.
That was a good love. That was good. Got some extra votes right there.
Ryan.
Awesome. Yeah.